points. 1 point.
Beautiful escape over there.
Wait. Well,
Probably the highlight of this match. He uses the opponent to leapfrog and head towards the midline, and good presence of mind by number 10, Bhupati, to stay away and not give himself up. Will Bhupati be able to pick a point and revive and push that? Oh, no, he's not able to. He did try to actually pivot and escape, but that was towards the sideline rather than the midline.
Viruthunagar has gone for an all-out, but the scoreboard still, Viruthunagar leads by 1 point. Tirunelveli was so behind them by 2 points actually. Let us say it is Kishore back raiding. Will he keep the momentum up by not giving up?
Just a few moments ago, Tirunelveli were down by more than 6 points, Naveen.
Yes.
Yeah, you can see how a couple of plays turned things in their favor, and now all of a sudden Tirunelveli is back on top and looking pretty strong. We can't write Viruthunagar off. It is definitely going neck and neck, but this is quite a thrilling game so far.
I think Kishore has took a brief break after scoring a multiple points in the last raid. But now we have Rajkumar raiding in. He's kind of looking as a bonus point, but that's not going to happen. What just happened? They pushed him out, but also
2 points.
He may be safe there. You can see he tries to go in there, but while he's escaping, he swung his leg and crossed the midline and picked up that point comfortably. So what if you dash me? I'm still safe.
Viruthunagar still has the lead, 28. Tirunelveli trailing behind by 1 point. Suresh looks very confident. He's not minding the scoreboard for the 1 point. He just has his own game. Looks like he's not going to try anymore. He's gone back. Now comes Subramanian, other lead player from the Viruthunagar, who has been trailing more scores in the last half of the match. Why is he going empty-handed? Maybe he has his own strategies now. Yes.
There is no opportunity for a bonus. They're going to try and play a solid defense over there because they have a full mat of players there, and they're trying to see if they can push Tirunelveli into an all-out situation. This is an official timeout that has been called. So that circular motion made by the referee means it's an official timeout. So the referees are conferring. Mr. Kumaresan wearing the cap.
So the match is resumed now.
Do or die.
Kishore goes in for a raid. And it is a do or die raid. Only the last 2 raids, Kishore came back empty-handed.
The pressure is on, and Viruthunagar has made sure that they could put the Tirunelveli player in a disadvantage and heap that pressure on them. But yes, fantastic ankle hold, and that was initiated by Arun Junai. Beautiful ankle hold, great support there. And if you notice, after the ankle hold was initiated, he lifted the ankle off, which means you can't really pick yourself up, right?
Even the last time they had the same ankle hold on the Suresh, the star rider of Tirunelveli. They're pretty good in the defense. That's what makes them go star on the scoreboard also. Now the Viruthunagar rider, Madasamy, I think he's sure going back empty-handed. That's what he did for the last 2 of his rides too. Now number 10, Sharon going in. So quick and swift, and he came back soon.
He did attempt a toe touch there, which was sweeping, but he didn't. He wasn't lucky. He didn't pick that point up. Instead, Viruthunagar is now trying to see this kind of a situation on the mat is tough. It's not for everyone, but he makes sure that he has a ball. Catch me if you can again. And that was a quick thinking escape there by the Tirunelveli raider wearing number 1 jersey, Rajkumar. You can see how he escaped. So a couple of points there, I think.
Tirunelveli.
Now Viruthunagar clearly leads with 31 points.
Here's the mid lane. Substitution change.
Yes, substitute change now.
Vishwa goes out and Bala Sudar comes in for Tirunelveli. A substitution was called for Tirunelveli. Just a 3-point difference, but could swing any which way, because this is definitely a game of uncertainty and anything could happen as long as you're within striking distance. And we've seen how multiple raid points, even in one single raid, can change the fate of the match.
And Balasuda just fresh into the mat is going for a raid. And he looks so fresh and he's going to score some points maybe. Let's see. He's aiming for the bonus, but that's not going to happen with the full house of players there.
Ironically, that is the time that he could attempt that bonus, so he couldn't do that. There are only two people on the mat here. A super tackle situation is on, but will he get caught or will they catch him is what we have to see. The raider is Subramaniam for Viruthunagar. Almost loses his balance, but manages to stay inside. That was Balasudar. And does he catch him? No, this is an all-out situation. Did he escape?
All out.
Yes, that is an all-out brilliant escape there. He did try or used up all the time on the clock and made sure that all-out was inflicted. Here you can see that ankle hold going Ori and then the back hold going Ori as well. Nothing seems to be going in Tirunelveli's favor, especially in that raid.
Subramaniam is in a spree today. He's been scoring more and he's been set for his team Viruthunagar for a long time. And after that, this all-out situation, I'm sure Tirunelveli comes back with the fire-ish moment. Let's see how that works. And it's a timeout now.
Very quickly, Viruthunagar have added a couple of extra points because of that all-out onto their scoreboards. So Tirunelveli with the full mat of players now must start playing very, very aggressively and make sure that in whatever time left, they can't have these slip-ups. And here an injury is being tended to. God bless these medical personnel over there and those volunteers, because they're making sure that the players are in optimum condition to get back and play. And this is not an easy sport, folks, because we see a lot of injuries happening constantly. And these are really, really tough kids. We've said it before, we'll say it again. This is what rural India is all about.
Very true. And he's back in action. Just he tended to our injuries for a moment and then he's back in action. Subramanian, you can see his way of the energy coming back too. Let us see after all-out situation. Viruthunagar 35 points. Trailing behind by 7 points is Tirunelveli. Tirunelveli goes in for a raid with Sharon there. Sharon is so quick in his feet. But he aims for a scorpion kick there. Not a scorpion. Scorpion kick is like using the other leg, right?
Scorpion kick is you have to be facing the front and you kick from the back. But that scorpion kick is what he attempted there, except that he didn't have too much distance. Being a shorter player, he should have gone for another tactic over here. He went and jumped right into the chain. This was one of the most, what do you call it, very generous points to be giving away, right?
Yes.
Pretty much landed right into their hands.
It's so sweet that both the districts can claim them. Either Alva or... What's the...
Palgova.
Palgova famous for?
Either way, the difference is quite a bit right now. It's about 8 points. Once again, we'd like to remind you that 8 points is barely anything. In a good team's favor, a few good plays can make sure that you erase that deficit and get back right on top. But is time on their sides? That remains to be seen. They can't afford to make errors. And this time it is Viruthunagar that doesn't make any errors. Tamil Arasan with a phenomenal ankle hold, and then came the support from the rest of the staff. Flying in for support is number 12, Anand, who blocked him from front as well.
You can see some sure defensives, great defense from Viruthunagar today. That has claimed more points in their scoreboard. Also, there was pretty particular multiple points in a single raid. I think any multiple points can save Tirunelveli from this situation now. There's Subramanian, their key player, kind of got injured, but back in action now. Let's see what he got to do now. He's reading the situation. I'm sure he's going back now. No.
Tirunelveli trying to see how we can
Timeout.
pick up those points, but
Viruthunagar.
then a timeout has been called in favor of Viruthunagar. So despite the heat, we have a lot of audience braving it and sitting there and enjoying the spectacle that's unfolding in front of their eyes. A great match between semi-final game between Tirunelveli and Viruthunagar. Tirunelveli are trailing Viruthunagar by a fair amount at this point in time.
There are no tired faces in the sun right now because they're not bothering the sun. They're just witnessing the great sport happening. And Suresh goes in for yet another raid. If he scores multiple points this raid, there's sure hope for Tirunelveli to climb up the ladders.
Out, 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 out.
And the first point came over there, and that's a second
Second
point
point,
as
yes.
well.
Tirunelveli. Wait, wait, wait.
2 points there. Suresh made sure that he inflicted a self-out on one of the defensive players, and then he went and patted the cheek of the Viruthunagar in position player. And this time, has Viruthunagar picked up a bonus by way of Rajkumar's attempt? We'll have to wait and see. So 2 players, 2 points on the previous play. Make sure that Tirunelveli is still within striking distance. Will he dash? Escape. That is a bonus and 1 more point. So they
Bonus plus 1
conceded
point.
2 and they picked up 2
Viruthunagar.
points. Stalemate again.
Bonus plus 1 point.
So the stress and the tension towards the scoreboard, I think both the players are minding it, but the audience and us watching it is definitely seeing it. Both the teams are climbing up at 2 points and 2 points more and more.
9-point difference right now. Suresh
Bonus.
has picked up a bonus.
Tirunelveli.
Still keeping it with 8 points. Within 8 points. But Viruthunagar is playing aggressive. Both teams are. And this is a stellar match right now. And he claims a bonus there.
Subramanian climbs, so touched 1. ISHA waiting for his turn to go back in.
Bonus. Viruthunagar.
There was no touch, so it's only a bonus point. So no eliminations from Tirunelveli's end on the mat. But instead, a bonus situation is on here for Tirunelveli. Will they capitalize or will they get caught? Viruthunagar is very, very keen and aggressive on the defensive end. He tries a toe sweep over there and sees if he can make a touch, but nothing happened so far.
It looked like he attempted a bonus, but that was not happened. But now Viruthunagar comes in for a raid. The same star of Viruthunagar, Subramanian, is here yet again. With 6 players here, he could go for another bonus. He has to keep the spree high. Imagine just adding 1 more point to Viruthunagar will leave Tirunelveli trail by 10 points.
Naveen, I fear that the clock is ticking down and Tirunelveli are not picking up multiple points on every raid. So it is going to be a problem for them. And does Suresh make it? He's safe at this point in time. And he picks up 2 points. Maybe I should keep saying something like this so that they will pick up multiple points. Because this was a great play there. Defensive lapse.
At the point he took by the slap, the touch in the face, the same kind of point happened the last time too. Viruthunagar 40 and Tirunelveli 33.
The clock is ticking down, so they are going to have to step it up. But Viruthunagar is playing smart and they're going to wait and give as many empty raids as is allowed and make sure they play defense. Because 7 points is something that they hope. But again, Tirunelveli is trying to force a do-or-die raid for Viruthunagar so that they can pick up some points. They have a full mat of players right here. Bonus is on. And this time it is Rajkumar who has come in for the offensive raid. He attacks left corner and the left corner almost took the bait. What a brilliant double thigh hold. Brings him down, pins him down and picks up that point. Brilliant defensive play there by Tirunelveli.
Sir, please, go sir, please.
Indian
Control,
defense, as
control.
mentioned, that also added a score point to Tirunelveli, but it is so steep to climb and meet with very little time available. And Suresh is back in the ride. A super tackle situation too.
We have seen Suresh actually take advantage of the super tackle situation
Ready,
and
sir.
pick up
1
points.
point.
Raider saved
Tirunelveli.
like we expected. He picked up 1 point and came. So will Virudhunagar be pushed towards an all-out? We'll have to see. If that happens, a quick points, a couple of points could be added to Tirunelveli. It's just within 5 striking distance indeed. And Tirunelveli has to play a really tight defense and pin this player down. But will that happen? That's Bhupati on the raid.
Tirunelveli has 2 tall raiders in them. It is Suresh and it is Kishore. They can reach their hands, and that's how Suresh actually, he earned 2-3 points with his hands alone. But that not helped them to keep the scoreboards high.
Suresh is actually quite a muscular and powerful player, so he's got the strength and another leapfrog situation. Now he's picked up 1 and he's pushing Virudhunagar to
1
come in
point,
for an
Tirunelveli.
all-out. And will that happen? This is what we saw previously. Same situation, leapfrogs over. That single ankle hold was not enough to hold him down. That's the power we were talking about.
Happened as we're especially speaking about it with only 1 player left. Virudhunagar also leading the scoreboard. Will they able to do it? We just have few minutes left. Bhupati, can he do it? He did it!
1, 2, 3. The
What
bonus
a
plus
revival
3
over
points.
there. Not just the bonus. It
First
looks
to
like he
second
picked up
stand.
3 touch
Bonus
points
plus
as
3.
well by making that phenomenal escape on the sideline. You can see he was dashed. Despite that, he swung his arm, swiped across the midline and picks up 3 points. What a play. 4 points on that one single raid. This is what dreams are made of for most of these players. And dreams are becoming a reality on this mat. And this is just outstanding. Virudhunagar is looking to take this game away from a resurgent Tirunelveli.
The Tirunelveli players are not so happy. They have their head hung. A little sad. They are too steep to score the scoreboard. A little time left. Doesn't work out. It's time to win. And the decision is already made in Virudhunagar's favor.
The energy is high, exciting. Everyone is enjoying. This is indeed a carnival, a sport carnival here. Excellent work by Bhupati. That was 3 revivals in 1 shot. And this was a situation where he could have been caught and an all-out would have actually turned things in Tirunelveli's favor. But no, that's not going to happen. Not on his watch.
Now we have Kishore going in. It's not Kishore, it is Suresh again. It happened, yes. That
That is
reverse
two
right now.
points.
He scored 2 points.
First, second.
It seemed like it was
First,
3
second,
points,
2
but
points.
we can see in the replay that's
Hey,
1
notice.
and 2. Looks like it's 3 points here. Beautiful presence of mind to swing his hip around and swipe across. No, only 2 points has been given. A 6-point deficit once again. And this time going in for the raid is Madasamy for Virudhunagar. Suresh has been quite the savior for this team. Quick running hand touch. Yes, that happened. So making sure that
That's
that
it.
point
1 point, Virudhunagar.
is earned. Virudhunagar inflicts 1 person out that side and revives 1. So this is a timeout called.
The thing is, we cannot write out any decision right now because there is magics happening here with multiple points raid. Still the decision looks like one team is surely leading. So says the scoreboard too.
Naveen, we are at the dying moments of this game. And Virudhunagar right now are sitting fairly comfortably because in order to win, they need to pick up 7-8 points to win. There are only 3 people on the mat. So even if you take 3 and another 2, you'd still pick up 5. Here you can see he's picked up one.
1 point.
So
Tirunelveli just
that
number
30
1 now.
seconds has been used up
Wait,
for
wait.
this.
Hello, one.
There's not enough time to pull off a win now.
At least the Virudhunagar team were so clever not to touch him before he scores another point now. Tirunelveli 39. Leading the score is Virudhunagar with 45.
Give them those ones, that's okay. Because the clock is ticking, and giving those 1 points, if you have to, are fine. Those are sacrificial points. But you can't afford to give more in multiple points.
Vadasamy is not very, worried about the points this ride. He's just keen on going back. He's just watching the time board. Just quick, another time for ride.
Hello, just please.
Suresh. Did he
1
score
point.
another point? Yes.
Tirunelveli. Wait.
Although there was jersey pulling, it is just 1 point given too little, too late right now. We are at the dying moments of the game. And Suresh is too powerful to be stopped either by jersey or by one person trying to stop him. And that's what we saw. There is a 5-point difference right now, and Virudhunagar looking very comfortable to walk into the final. This is the first semi-final of the men's kabaddi section. And Virudhunagar have played with heart. Both teams have played with heart.
1
And
point each were also.
1 point each they have
1
given.
point each.
That's okay. I mean, that 5-point deficit remains, or rather the 5-point lead remains. And that is the end of the game, folks. Virudhunagar have pulled off a beautiful victory against Tirunelveli. So Virudhunagar is the first finalist, and they will be awaiting the winners of the next game, which will be played between Trichy and Erode. And you can see both the teams shaking hands and exchanging pleasantries. Both played in the true spirit of sportsmanship and also forming bonds that could last a lifetime. A lot of talent has been unearthed from this, and truly a great weekend. And let's go and see what happened in the highlights of the game.
When we look closer, Tirunelveli had a very good offensive game with a star player like Suresh and Kishore trying to steal points. But then the defense, the stars were Virudhunagar. Suresh was so keen, so powerful, and he's been a solo rider for his team along with Kishore.
3 points. First term, second.
These were the moments like multiple points that Virudhunagar won to make sure they lead the scoreboard. They're so brutal in strength, Tirunelveli. You can see that, right? They can handle a bunch of players and just toss them around. That was again Madasamy, and if I remember, Subramanian, and also Rajkumar, who scored many points for them. This one is actually fun to watch. This one was fun to watch when Rajkumar just went running around the mat.
2+2.
It was Suresh Kumar leading more points. We can see it there. Tirunelveli versus Virudhunagar, two neighboring districts. That was a jump. That was a leapfrog jump. We witnessed two such leapfrogs today from Suresh Kumar.
1.
And he did that. That was also a clever move. He scored 2 points in that move. That is so good. Now let's speak to the... Now we have the captain of the winning team. Not the captain, it is a major player, Subramanian, the number 6 jersey. He was so happy, he says.
எங்கள் டீமோட ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. எல்லா பிளேயரும் நல்லா விளையாண்டிருக்காங்க. அதனால ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது.
He says he's so happy for all his teammates. They all played and performed very well.
எங்கள் டீம் சார்பாக எல்லோரும் நல்லா ஹாப்பியாக இருக்காங்க. நாங்கள் எவ்வளோ வந்ததே பெரிய விஷயம். ஒரு சின்ன கிராமத்துலேருந்து எல்லாரும் வந்திருக்கோம். இந்த
Exactly.
ஈசா மாணி நிறையா
He says that he's so
இது வந்து
happy
எங்களை
for his
இப்படி
teammates,
கூட்டு வந்திருக்கு.
where they all hail from
Match.
smaller villages or here to witness the game in such a finale where
Thank you.
this match has been telecasted live across many channels. We'll now go for a small break and be back soon. Many matches await.
In 2015, my friends told me that they've decided to do a trip to ISHA Yoga Center to do inner engineering. I hadn't even heard of this course called inner engineering, but I'd heard of Sadhguru, I'd gone for his meetings. But I didn't think that I was ready to do a course, but nevertheless, I went with all my friends, and 4 days, I had absolutely no expectations. I didn't have any judgment. I was very neutral and I went there. I was pleasantly and beautifully surprised by the way we were looked after. I'm into a lot of fitness and I do Zumba and I'm into walking and I do circuit training. But this yoga was completely different from whatever I had done. It kind of reached the muscle that all my other exercises couldn't reach. It was one of the most beautiful experiences that I ever went through. I came back really fresh and crisp, like completely washed and ironed out of all the negative bitterness about life, and I came back fresh and crisp to start life all over again. And my husband, who sent me with all his willingness, saying that I will come back with something to take forward to life, I think he was true. And I keep telling all my friends, if I do Samadhi Mahamudra, I am ready physically for my work and I'm mentally and spiritually ready for the day itself. I get less angry, I judge people less. I want everyone to go through what we went through. And I'm grateful to Isha and Sadhguru and the whole team who put us through this wonderful experience. Thank you so much.
அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். ஈஷாவின் சார்பாக கிராமோற்சவம் 1,00,000க்கும் மேற்பட்ட வீரர்கள் பங்கு கொண்டு 2004 தொடர்ந்து இதை நடத்தி கொண்டு வருகிறார்கள். தென் மாநிலங்கள் முழுவதும் இதில் பங்கேற்றிருக்க விளையாட்டு வீரர்களை ஒவ்வொரு இடத்திலும் ஒவ்வொரு விளையாட்டு சிறப்பாக இருந்து கொண்டிருக்கிறது. அனைத்து விளையாட்டுகளையும் கற்றுக்கொள்கிற வகையில் ஈஷா ஒருங்கிணைக்கிறது. இந்த ஒருங்கிணைப்பு தான் மற்ற இடங்களை காட்டிலும் நமக்கு மிக சிறப்பாக இருக்குது. கிராமப்புற மக்களுக்கு அனைத்தையும் கற்றுத்தருவதற்காக கிராமப்புற மக்களின் வாழ்விலே ஒளியேற்றுகிற வகையில் அதை நாம் வரவேற்கவும் பாராட்டவும் கடமைப்பட்டிருக்கிறோம். நல்ல காரியத்தை செய்கிற போது அவர்களோடு உற்ற துணையாக இருக்கிறோம். நல்ல விளையாட்டு வீரர்களை தயார் செய்யுங்கள், நல்ல உயர்வுக்காக பாடுபடுங்கள். எங்களால் முடிந்தளவு கலைஞர் அவர்கள் சொன்னது போல உங்களுக்கு நான் ஏதாவது செய்ய வேண்டும் என்றால் என்ன சொல்லுங்கள், எங்கள் அரசு உங்களுக்கு செய்து தரும் என்று சத்குரு அவர்களே சொன்னார். மக்களோடு மக்களாகிற இயக்கம் ஈசா இயக்கம். எனவே இந்த இயக்கம் மேலும் 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 மக்களுக்கு நன்மை தருகிற இயக்கமாக அது சிறப்பாக இருக்கட்டும் என்று வாழ்த்தி அமைகிறேன்.
Body, mind, energy should become your tools. You can use them effectively. Once you put in a certain amount of sadhana, then you see suddenly your body and mind behaves and it works for you.
Each day is something new and each day I get to explore something phenomenal within myself.
Because I think I'm just far more joyful than I was before.
I've seen a marked shift in my flexibility as a complete human being.
If I have to describe Sardapada in one word, that will be for sure transformation.
If you use this properly, you will always look back at this time as your insurance. No matter what life throws at you, you will see that nothing really knocks you off. Doesn't matter what.
Welcome back. We are about to witness a second semi-final that's going to be played between Trichy and ERODE. You can see both the teams entering the court, and one is wearing a dark blue, nearly black jersey, while the other is wearing a light blue jersey. And these two colors are actually going to, especially the darker one, is going to draw a lot more heat. Naveen, joining me in the comm box is Naveen. And welcome back, Naveen.
Yes, good afternoon, Aparna. There's so much high the energy is, so is the sun today. And we need to keep our eyes so clean to see the darker blue and the darker black play each other now. And it's been a great match to witness, that last match. And Virudhunagar, they've moved to the finals. Let's see who wins this match and goes to the final. Trichy and Erode.
Erode are wearing the light blue, rather the bright blue jerseys, and the dark ones are being worn by Trichy. And this is going to be quite a match because, again, we remind you that a lot is at stake. The winning team of the final gets to earn 5 lakhs and the runners-up will be getting subsequently less, which is like not exactly very less by any stretch of imagination. They are going to stand to earn 3 lakhs as runners-up, and the third place team will get 1 lakh and the fourth place will get 50,000. And this is probably the biggest platform that some of these players might ever have the opportunity to play in. So they will want to make their team proud, their home proud, their panchayat proud, their village proud. So this is what Gramotsav is all about, giving opportunities and making sure that sport is a universal language of brotherhood and love throughout, not just the state, because this time Gramotsav has included 5 states altogether and 1 union territory. And may the tribe and the revolution grow. This is what it is about. Rural India must be supported because there's so much of talent there, all untapped. And those regions have not even been under the scanner or the radar. So this is an opportunity for great players to come in. In fact, Naveen, in the previous game we saw, but right now we have one dignitary who is here, Mr. S. Chandrasekhar, who is the area head of Aditya Birla Health Insurance, Sun Life Insurance, here gracing this occasion and shaking hands and blessing the teams and wishing them their very best. So this is going to be a crackling semi-final because the previous one was really quite something, and despite the heat, the crowd was fully into it. So Naveen, what is your prediction?
I believe towards, I cannot say anything yearly, but I think if you could ask me what I'm rooting for, I would say I would root for Trichy.
I guess then I'll have to root for Erode, but then again I'm going to root for the sport itself because may the best team win. These players are giving their very best, and despite whatever conditions, more than anything, the adversities that they have faced, and despite all the adversities in life that they have faced, they have actually made the effort of pursuing their passion and being here on the mat and picking up a healthy option like sport to get ahead in life. So we wish them our very best, and this is time for the toss.
Now we have the captains of both the team. From Trichy, it is Guhan. From Erode, it is Dinesh Kumar.
Choose one. Your call.
So the toss.
Time. Choice. Quota in the team.
Trichy won the toss.
Toss won by Trichy. Choice. Court.
It looks like every team that wins the toss chooses to court now.
Toss won by Trichy. Choice.
There's a tactical advantage because they force the opponent to actually go for the third raid, which will could result in a do-or-die raid. So that's the reason why most of the sides that win the toss pick the court.
Yes.
Game's beginning with a high sun, scorching heat. The players are unworried. They're just eyeing towards a victory now. The celebration today and the sportsmanship and the great sport to witness. This is ISHA Gramotsavam.
The thing is, Naveen, you can't actually conserve your energy because this is a very, very important game. So they have to put all on the line and go for the kill. And they can't really hold anything back in their tanks because they need to be sure to make their availability in the final secure, because only then they get a shot at the title, right? So despite whatever the adverse conditions are, like the weather and the heat, they'll have to bear it and get on with it. It's a tough day for them because post-lunch, after a little bit of a break, the finals will happen and they'll have to conserve some energy for that and at least replenish during the break.
Now Erode goes in for a ride. The Erode player, Harivardhan, has gone in. He seems he has all the eyes over all the corners. But Trichy We're seeing them in action for the first time. They look very promising. They went back with an empty ride. A Trichy player, Marimuthu, goes in. He swings his legs across, aiming to have a small touch somewhere. But looks like he's not going to risk for any. There was a yes kick attempted. Is he going back empty-handed? Looks like that.
Bonus Trichy.
Trichy scores a bonus point.
Opening scores with a bonus is not bad. As long as that scoreboard keeps ticking, we'll take whatever comes our way is what the attitude should be. So when the opportunity for bonus is there, they should take advantage of it. And when does that happen? When you have 6 or 7 players on the mat. So those opportunities don't present themselves too often. When it does, take advantage.
1 point.
Yes, one touch
Erode.
point,
Jersey number
and so that's the first
63 out.
player to be gracing the bench right after this game has begun.
Both the teams level at 1-1. We are yet to see the action now. Yes, there is, as we speak, the number 1 player,
Raider
the captain
out.
from Trichy.
1 point. Erode. Right.
Grappled from all the players. Was it a generic move that he tried to do?
He did not expect. The right corner was very, very quick to actually surround him. He was waiting in position, and Guhan was trapped, literally walked into a trap is more like it. They say Chakravyuha. That's what happened there.
And he touched the bonus, did he? It is Arun Kumar from Erode.
No opportunity of a bonus because there were only 5 people on the mat, so it's an empty raid. In this case, it is number 7, Marimuthu of Trichy going in for a raid. Bonus opportunity is on. Will he take advantage? He's fairly tall, pretty well built, and Erode is playing a fairly tight defense. They're not giving him those opportunities to pick up that bonus.
It seems very promising to score a point now. But no. It is a total team effort. The defense was so strong.
1 point. Erode.
Phenomenal play there by number 7 who played in position, Dinesh of Erode. Pulled off that single ankle hold and made sure to bring him down. Quick couple of points coming by Erode's way.
Dinesh again for a raid now. I started hopefully that Trichy would be adding more points, but it is Erode clearly leading thrice the number of points as Trichy, with 3, and Trichy just 1. Dinesh goes back. Look at the audience, they're all having their heads covered in the scorching heat and still witnessing the game.
This difference is nothing so early on in the game, so anything can happen. And here we can see, despite the heat, people watching and enjoying.
Erode third right.
No opportunity except to pick up touch points. And does he do it? He claims a touch point. Seems quite confident. Did he get that running hand touch? There was a little bit. Yes. And he did pick up that touch point. That was Dinesh who sent Bharati Raja out.
Now we have another raid coming in from Erode. No, from Trichy. I'm really confused with the blue, and it's not even black. It's just black with a hint of blue in their jersey. The player number 99, Vishwaraj, will he go back empty-handed? Especially when Trichy needs to add more points to the scoreboard. He cannot afford to go empty-handed. That was a very quick, but he claims to have touched them. It is Dinesh from Erode.
1 point. Erode.
You can see it's pretty much a pursuit raid, and in that pursuit raid, that was a toe touch. Not even a toe touch. He pretty much stamped his position there and said, I got you.
Erode clearly leads the scoreboard now with 5, and Trichy with just 1 point.
Trichy have just 2 players on the mat, and Erode could be pushing Trichy over and trying to pick up that first all-out point. So will that happen? We'll have to see 2 people on the mat, like we said, and Trichy sends in their player for a raid. Bonus opportunity is on. Coming in for Trichy is Kanakaraj. Tries the bonus, dashed. Yes, he did not even have a chance to swing his arm out because his shoulder and arm were pinned properly. Great Erode defense there. You can see how he's been held and no chance of moving those arms anywhere.
Now we have all-out situation coming in. That happened, and now it's Trichy again for a raid. Marimuthu has gone in. He sure knows how his team's condition right now. He needs a score. He tries the yes kick. He even fell down. He looks kind of tired. Will he go back without scoring now? He says so. His body language also says so. Yes, that happened.
Official timeout.
An empty raid, but there's an official timeout being called, like we already mentioned. The circular sweep of the arm by the referee calls for an official timeout, and a green card has been awarded in warning. That
green card warning
is Mr. Kumaresan, the chief referee.
The game.
It's the very first green card for the day.
Right.
Even for the entire semi-finals that have to count for yesterday. Now Erode has sent in Arun Kumar for a raid. Can he add the double digit that Erode has been holding on the scoreboard? He's very swift. He's very small, but still very swift. Kind of players that unpredictably goes. Looks like he touches one. He already touched one. That's what he says, though.
It seems more of a bonus attempt. And did he pick it? Yes, he picked that bonus and got the double digit like you were wanting, Naveen. And coming back inside for the raid is Guhan, the captain for Trichy. Bonus opportunities on for him as well. He's fairly tall and he does have the limb length. So he tries, he attempts, makes sure that he really sieves through the entire space available for him.
Now Dinesh from Erode goes back for a raid. Erode clearly maintains a major score in the scoreboard. Trichy will have to earn every score one by one. Look at his legs constantly moving. He claims to have touched one. Yes, 1 point again for Erode.
Jersey number 63 out.
With a running hand touch there.
Third raid. Do or die raid.
Picked it up.
Trichy.
This is a do or die raid for Marimuthu. The pressure is on him, and this time Erode seems to have made a lapse of judgment over there in attempting that defensive move. And Marimuthu is comfortably waiting in the midline.
1 point, Trichy.
1
Jersey
point,
number
yes,
2
he has picked it up after a long time. Trichy is picking up their second point.
Let us see if the luck continues and they can get more points with the second point. But Erode is not going to leave any room for that. It is Arun Kumar from Erode. Will he try to score a bonus here? But no. I think Trichy is a little fired up after, the scarcity of points. Marimuthu again for a raid.
They must be itching to get points. And if they are in the semi-final, then they've shown and proven in their run-up to the semi-final that they're worthy of being in the semi-final. So we'll have to see a game that matches that intention. Marimuthu seems to be a calming presence for his team, but that's not all. He needs to pick up those points. Bonus opportunity is here. Did he make do of it? No, it's an empty raid.
I was hoping he touched that bonus line, but he did not. Again, it's number 7, Dinesh from Erode.
It's not enough to touch the bonus line. You'll have to cross the bonus line, and one leg must be in the air. The back leg, the trailing leg must be in the air when he crosses it. Is that a dubki? He did try, but he was tackled. Brilliant effort there. He could have picked up multiple points on that one play. You can see the attempt at dubki there, but then it was providence that the defensive player was right behind him so that he could not move too much towards the midline.
It's Kanagaraj and his defensive move that saved the point.
.30.
That was a sweet move there by Marimuthu, using his long limbs. Did manage to get a touch point there. Coming back to raid for Erode is Arun Kumar.
Arun Kumar is a little unpredictable. You can just see him swirling around confidently. With the full attendance on the mat, he came back empty-handed. Now for Trichy, the captain Guhan comes in and he goes back empty-handed too. He's waiting for the trap to make them fall in their defensive move.
Forcing Erode to actually attempt for a do-or-die raid here. And yes, he gets trapped. Brilliantly done. This is what Trichy must do continuously. They should pick up those points on the defensive end and also start picking up points on the offensive end. You can see that's the second attempt he tried over there, Arun Kumar, but they were ready for him.
Unlike the last match where the score was
2 point.
What just happened now?
Jersey number 9.
Beautiful there. You can see the kick that he attempted, and then a dash is being attempted. But no, he did get safe over there.
He scored 2 points there. So Trichy is slowly climbing up the scoreboard, but still Erode leads it.
What a tackle there, Naveen. That was good.
It's a very confident tackle. The Harivaradhan from Erode. He just caught him with the ankle hold and everybody scrambled towards him.
And Trichy have managed to enforce an all-out over there and come back into the game fighting and clawing like we all expected them to, or rather wanted them to. They're only trailing Erode by 3 points. They were trailing by 9 points at one stage, but the points have been a flurry coming in favor of Trichy in this last minute and a half or 2 minutes.
As we are speaking and as we also witnessed in the last match, we cannot write off any team just by the see before the, even after the half time. Let's see how they climb back the scoreboard. I will still root for Trichy and see them win. But as you mentioned, it's not the team or this team. It's a sportsmanship that we are celebrating today, the 15th ISHA Gramotsavam.
Both have their eye on the main prize, so it's going to be a mad scramble to make sure that one of these teams makes it to the final, which will happen post-lunch. So just a 3-point deficit that Trichy is facing, and it could be erased at any point in time because it's still fairly early in the first half.
It is Captain Guhan from Trichy has gone for a raid, and I sure learned his lesson in the last couple of raids. Now he has scored a point.
1 point.
Harivardhan makes a rookie mistake over here. That is a very, very simple mistake. No support, goes for a single ankle hold when he didn't have any support over there. The midline is open for him to leap and go. This is a tall player that he tried to make an ankle hold off.
Let us see what Arun Kumar got to do now. The scoreboards are 11 for Trichy and 13 for Erode.
Attempts a scorpion kick, confident of inflicting a touch point, thigh fives, and waits by the midline for time to run out.
2 points.
That he has done, and
Erode.
how he got 2 points in the
jersey number
process.
out.
2 touches. One, I think, came by way of the kick itself.
And Erode clearly maintains his score so high. 15 and Trichy 11.
That That was a valuable 2 to pull ahead, but here you can see number 7, Marimuthu, who pats his opponent on his back and says, hey, buddy, I got you.
Trichy.
And the sacrificial lamb is once again Harivardhan for Erode.
Clearly, Trichy is fighting back. We can see that. And the star rider, we can say that right now because he has taken many rides now. Arun Kumar from Erode. He's so swift around the mat. Yes, he scored it again.
Right shape. 1 point.
Arun Kumar, man of the moment, if you can see back-to-back points, beautifully escaped from that dash. He saw him in the corner of the ice and actually pivoted, used that peripheral vision to get ahead and spins, escapes, picks up that point.
Every time Trichy scores a point, Erode somehow manages to score a couple of points in a single raid. Let us see if that also happens now.
Divagar sir.
It's a timeout.
Sir. Right.
Trichy captain Guhan goes for yet another raid. This time, he does have to score more points for sure.
Guhan with a good reach. He could use toe touches as an added skill to his repertoire because that's how his structure is. Running hand touches and toe touches can work in his favor, but at this point in time, he goes back with nothing to show for his raid. Arun Kumar is back. Apologies, that would be Dinesh.
You could never say the difference because both the players are the same height, the same build. That's why we get confused. And they're so swift around the mat.
Naveen, if you see, he's quite powerful actually. His footwork is pretty good and powerful. But this might be an empty raid, and which is what it is.
Now we have number 7, Marimuthu from Trichy. He's very determined to score because for a long time Trichy is standing in 12. Erode leading the scoreboard with 16. He climbs to touched 1.
He hesitated for a second over there and the defense stalled. Used that instant to actually inflict a touch. He claims the touch, but then we're yet to see how will it be ruled. In his favor, that's what it is. One touch point has been given in favor of Trichy and a timeout has been called. Trichy just trailing by 4 points.
And we can see the captain, the coach here. Both the coaches have different words to say for their team. I'm sure Trichy's coach is very critical about his team's performance now. Anything can turn around. That's what we witnessed in the last couple of matches. Before the half-time, any team can turn around their winning spree and see how this goes.
Back in play. Arun Kumar back in action. Bonus is on. Is he going to take advantage of that and pick off a couple? Or is it going to be just one touch point? Nice footwork, aggressive moves, attempts a kick, empty raid.
Now we see the team's captain from Trichy going in for yet another raid. He has been proving himself worthy for the last couple of raids. But I still remember the first raid that they all caught him together. That should be a lesson for him. That's why he is not attempting to have any bonuses.
That shouldn't phase him. I mean, he needs to look at where those openings are, create that agitation in the defense and use it to his advantage, which he is not doing right now, because if he did, they would have a few extra points on their scoreboard. But, oh yeah, a beautiful attempt over there. He did show like he was going for a toe touch. It was a feint, actually, and after that, it was that hand touch that fetched him that point. A good one there for Dinesh. You can see where he's attempting the toe touch, distracts the opponent. Oh, yes, and swipes him across the face.
Marimuthu from Trichy has gone in for a raid now. Marimuthu will sure has to gain some scores now. But did he touch him? Claims to have touched him. But they need to do more to that. Yes.
Pretty much chased him around to get a piece of him. And he did have that hand touch there and picked up that 1 point.
Right.
Dinesh going in for the offensive raid. Bonus is on. 6 players on the mat. And that was a beautiful chain tackle there coming from number 9, Bharati Raja. And his buddy there.
If there was a replay for it, you would definitely say that, how he wantedly went into the trap. But still, that was a great defense move. He did not expect that to happen. The Guhan, the team's captain from Trichy, has gone for a raid. He needs 2 more points to level the points with Erode. They were so low, but right now, something has been working in their favor. They should keep that spree up and keep going.
This would be Dinesh Kumar of Erode going in for a raid. But it's going to be an empty raid because we did not see any intent to fetch any points there. There are only 5 players on the mat.
I don't know if it's the popularity of number 7 or these people like coincidentally took number 7. Both the number 7 from both the sides are repeatedly trying to go for the raids.
Attempts a scorpion kick, but the distance is too great for him to cover and get any touch point out of that. Validates the raid. That was an unnecessary move since he already went in and validated it. Just using up the time on the clock.
If you look closer, both the number 7s of both the teams here, Marimuthu and there, Dinesh, both have some perfect skills with their legs. They dance around.
It's not enough to float like a butterfly here. You have to sting like a bee. That's not happening.
That's a good one. Trailing so close behind, any miracle can happen. The last match, I believe, we saw plenty of multiple points taken. Something like that happening right now will turn everything upside down. Will that happen?
Both seem fairly drained because we're not seeing very energetic raids. Could attribute it to the heat itself. But both are playing fairly cautiously as well. Could swing any which way. Both seem evenly balanced. Arun Kumar has been a huge plus for Erode, while Marimuthu has done well. And this was a great tackle there. He got sucked in too deep, close to the end line. And then the defensive players turn around, tried to inflict a hand touch, but the right corner was ready. And they moved in. And while we spoke about Arun Kumar's valuable presence on the mat, you can see that he has picked up some valuable points as well. 1 point more for Erode, still keeping it away from Trichy. And that signals the end of the first half. And Erode have a lead of 19 to Trichy, picking up 15 in the first half.
So let's hope for the second half. We'll see how it goes before that. Let's look into the highlights in a while. We saw that both the teams came up, so eerily similar with the costumes. They greeted with the guest.
Captains.
And how they won the toss and they chose to court. It was the first grapple that Guhan, the Trichy's captain, faced. The same kind of point was there in the very final move of this first half. This was such a great move, great defensive skills by Team Trichy. I believe both the teams were very good in the defensive moves. And like we saw, there are many.
Trichy, jersey number 3.
Both the teams performed very well. And if I could summarize, I would say we all had a good time. We'll go for a break now.
கபடியில் வந்து ஒரு லவ், ஒரு விளையாடணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு ஆர்வம். இது வந்து கிராம பிள்ளைங்க வந்து பசங்க பொண்ணுங்கள்லாம் எல்லாமே கலந்துக்கணும், ஆர்வத்தோட விளையாடணுங்கிறதுக்காண்டி இந்த ஈஷா கிராமம் வச்சு நடத்துகிறாங்க. இப்போ தான் எங்களுக்கு தெரியும். இதனால் நாங்கள் ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது இதில் பங்கேற்று.
சிட்டியில் உள்ளவங்க தெரியுறாங்க, அதே மாதிரி கிராமத்தில் உள்ள பொண்ணுங்களும் வெளில தெரியணும். கிராமத்தில் உள்ளவங்களும் இருக்காங்க, பட் யாருக்குமே தெரியலை. இவங்களை நம்ம வெளிக்கொண்டு வரணும் அப்படிங்கிற ஒரே நோக்கத்தில் வந்து இவங்க இதை வந்து 15 வருஷமாக நடத்திட்டு இருக்காங்க. இப்போ வந்து எங்கள் டிஸ்ட்ரிக்டில் வந்து இப்போ முதல்ல பண்ணுறாங்க. நான் ரொம்ப ஆர்வமாகவும் எக்ஸைட்டடாகவும் இருக்கேன். இதில் வின் பண்ணி நான் கண்டிப்பாக கோயம்புத்தூர் போகணும் அப்படின்னு ரொம்ப ஆர்வமாக இருக்கேன். நீங்கள் வந்து நினச்சிருந்தா சிட்டிக்குள்ளேயே எல்லாமே பண்ணியிருந்துருக்கலாம். நீங்கள் அப்படி இல்லாமல் கிராமத்துக்காக ரொம்ப எஃபெக்டிவ் கொடுத்ததுக்கு தேங்க்யூ ஸோ மச்.
Namaskaram. Gramotsavam, a unique sporting initiative launched by Sadhguru, has been rejuvenating the spirit of rural India since 2004 in Tamil Nadu. For the first time, ISHA Gramotsavam will be held across all southern Indian states. The unique aspect of Gramotsavam is that all the players in the team should be from the same village. Now, this is not a tournament for professional players, but it is a platform which encourages everyone to play. It's a medium to break caste barriers and an opportunity for women to step out from day-to-day household work. Now, these matches will be held in district and state levels. Winners get to take home ISHA Rejuvenation Trophy. A ball can change the world.
இதான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம்.
அழகாக விளையாடணும், சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது.
இந்த மேட்ச் வந்து ஈஷா யோகா டீம் வந்து சூப்பராக நடத்தியிருக்காங்க.
எங்களுக்கு கேர்ள்ஸுக்கு வந்துட்டு நல்லா சேஃப்டியாக பண்ணி கொடுத்துருக்காங்க.
இந்த மேட்ச்சில் வந்துட்டு ஃபுட்டு வந்து ரொம்பவே சூப்பராக இருக்குது.
அது ஒரு எனர்ஜியாக பார்க்குறாங்க, அவ்வளோதான். ஏன்னா கிராமத்தில் இருக்கிற பசங்களை எல்லாத்தையும் என்கரேஜ் பண்ணுறாங்க. அவங்க புத்துணர்ச்சியாக இருக்குண்ணா. எங்களுக்கு இந்த ஈஷா கிராமம் வச்சனால எங்கள் ஊர் வந்து பெருமையாகுது.
ஏற்கனவே நாங்கள் ஈஷா யோகாவில் வந்து மன அமைதியையும் தெய்வத்தையும் நம்மளுக்கு கற்றுக் கொடுத்துருந்தாங்க. இந்த ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் நடத்துறது மூலம் எங்களோட உடல் வலிமையும் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா வளர்த்துக்கிறதுக்கு ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது. மொத்தத்தில் எங்கள் டீமும் நாங்களும் ரொம்ப மிகவும் சந்தோஷமாக இருக்கோம். ஈஷாவுக்கு வந்து நன்றி தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறோம்.
I love you, ISHA.
I've heard so much about this, but to be actually present here and to witness is even better. Let me start by congratulating Sri Sadhguruji and ISHA Foundation for doing such a fantastic job. And you all, by being here, it has made even special. I noticed a couple of matches here, and what I appreciated the most was in the spirit that both the matches were played. So it's all about playing sport, and sport is something which will give you a reason to smile. And I'm smiling today because I've been able to spend time with you. And to the guys who have participated in this tournament, you're all winners because you won my heart by participating and being here. It's been a sheer joy to be here. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are here back to the second half of the accelerating game between Trichy and ERODE on a sunny day. And the sun is so hot. As you mentioned, every time it is getting hotter and hotter this afternoon. But the game is also getting hot. Hi, Aparna.
Hi, Naveen. This has been quite the game so far between ERODE and Trichy. We had an exciting first semi-final. And we saw THIRUNELVELI battling it with VIRUTHUNAGAR. And let's see who's going to win here and move into the final, because VIRUTHUNAGAR is already waiting for them there. Lots at stake, 5 lakhs, or is it going to be 3 lakhs? And who is actually going to have the opportunity to battle for that?
Yes, more than the monetary value of the win, there's a win that they are going to pursue now. And Trichy sure will have to up their game to match ERODE. It doesn't even have to match ERODE. Anything can happen towards ERODE's positives too. So we'll have to wait and see which team picks up the pace now. It is jersey number 7, Dinesh from ERODE, who has gone in for a raid.
Looks like it's going to be an empty raid, and we'll have to wait and see what's happening over here. This is the first time we are seeing Ratnabel Pandian coming in for a raid from Trichy. And will he be able to do anything, pick up some points? The bonus is on, but he doesn't seem to be in any hurry to pick up any points whatsoever, just awaits instructions from his teammates to, okay, get back, man. Let's see them over defense. And that's what happened, an empty raid.
And Dinesh from ERODE has gone back now. Is it just me and or everyone noticing that the players are a little bit tired? Are they tired of these weather, or they tired of how they're not aiming to take any risk with the raids in?
Seems like a mild cloud cover is setting in, and that's giving a little bit of a respite to this team, but the dehydration is there, that fatigue is real, but that's okay because these are rural players who have been through much, seen much, conditioned their bodies to extremes, so they should be fine just with a little drag of water, and they should be good to go. And this is their star player Marimuthu attempting raid here. Bonus is on. But Marimuthu is not attempting to reach in and find those gaps. But there it is. Even though there was a double ankle hold, that defense happened so late up in near the midline. So there was no one stopping him from picking up that point and escaping. In fact, that's 2 points. That was something that they could have avoided. Just one person go there for the ankle hold, evaluate the situation and let him go with that 1 point instead of sacrificing the second point there.
It's a much needed 2 points for Trichy, and they got it on the place right now. Let's see how it goes further and see how this now goes and how the points lead. And another point.
Raider out. 1 point. Trichy.
Trichy.
Right.
Superb dash there, thrown out on the sidelines. There's no way he could have reached over or under the defensive players to reach the midline. So all of a sudden, Trichy are back in fray, just trailing by 1 point. You're getting your dream, Naveen. Trichy is coming back into the game.
Very true. We just started rooting for them, but now things have changed. Let's root for the game. And that was a surprise. That was a surprise.
If you notice that urgency over there, it was quite interesting what he was trying to do over there. At least he has a smile on his face and he's enjoying the sport just like the audiences, and we are too.
Just that's what the sport is about. Though they have many pressure on them, they're just taking it as a real sport and making it lighter moments.
Craftiness is just as much as a skill as anything else on the playing field.
I believe these moments are not just new for us, but they have seen so many moments for the last couple of months ever since ISHA Gramotsavam started. We are here playing on this semis, but so many teams they have met and so many good games they ever had.
Guhan using his height to his advantage and trying to execute a kick at the left corner there. He didn't connect. There are 4 people on the mat, but he's going to make this an empty raid and get back and hope to get some points on the defensive end. Going back on the defensive end, Dinesh goes in for a raid, but Dinesh too is not too committed on picking up a point there, goes back.
Third raid, do or die raid, Trichy.
This is a do-or-die raid. Coming back for them is Guhan. The pressure is on him. This kind of a situation is usually tough because there are 2 chains over there with 4 people. And could he get locked in? And that's what happens. A brilliant single ankle hold, not by 1, but 2 players over there ensures that Guhan has no chance of escaping. And that was a defensive move that was very, very well played. You can see. See that ankle hold.
That was a great move. They both tried for different ankles to hold. That one was the final leap over him.
Riveted to place is what we must say.
Foul play.
Yeah, the final
card
move that we noticed has earned them a green card maybe.
Jersey number 9.
That's a foul play called on jersey number 9, Chinnadurai, because that was an unnecessary leap. If there's any leap that you need to take, it's only to escape or a leap of faith.
Do or die raid, ERODE.
Now ERODE surely clearly leads the board with 2 points. I can just only imagine if ERODE scores multiple points now and takes the scoreboard back steepingly high. Will that happen? That's what they hope to do.
The pressure was on Erode because this was a do-or-die raid, but brilliantly handled over there. One single ankle hold made sure that he couldn't really lead. But a little bit of an injury scare over there, but great support that Trichy gave. And yes, we were right about that injury scare. Let's hope that it's not too bad. This is what we keep saying every single time somebody gets injured, because it is definitely not a fun situation when you to lose a player on injury. And having come this far, it'll only be lovely if the entire team stays healthy and go all the way.
Of course, the winning team has a bigger match to play, the finals, and they are here back. There's not much. Is he being rested for a while?
Naveen, there is much at stake even for the third and fourth place team. So after this, their journey is not over. The losing semi-finalists will face off to pick up the third and fourth place spot and earn some in the process. Looks like there's a cut in the head, but let's hope he's okay. And I think he will be back.
Of course, he'll be back. And looking at these players and also reminding everyone who's watching, these are not professional players. They're everyday walk of people. They are students, they are working professionals, but they spend their weekends training for the game, and they have met many teams who have come thus far to play in the semi-finals in this venue, ISHA Gramotsavam. Looking at the Kabaddi alone, in Tamil Nadu, there are around 1,567 teams with 18,804 players. Among all them, the semis are happening.
The men alone are 15,072 participants actually from 1,256 teams at this Gramotsavam. So this has been crackling, and this is only from the state of Tamil Nadu.
And now we have number 7, Marimuthu from Trichy. This is a guy who surprises. He looks very tired, but suddenly gives a scare for a run. Let's see if he has any of the tricks right now. Looks like he's going to walk back.
He's full of surprises, but will he be able to do something? Nah, he's just going to go back and say, I'll take you on defense.
And Dinesh from Erode, the 7-on-7 versus 7. The number 7 is number 7, who are taking the turns or raids both the teams. Is quick with his feet, but will he sting this time?
Dinesh Kumar not showing too much intent over there, and going back again is Marimuthu. This time he goes with a little more intent, goes in, validates the raid, but no, he comes right back to the midline, and he is attempting to pick some point. A kick over there. Did he touch? I don't think so, but the cant is on, the intent is on, but now he's getting some advice from his teammates. They're going to use up the time and get right back. Trailing by just 1, Trichy is looking to play and pick up those points on defense.
He's just looking at the clock to just come back soon. And we have another number 7, Marimuthu, walking in. This cannot go on for long, because on the third attempt, they will have to take a do-or-die raid. They'll have to take risks and do more.
Guhan. So this is a do-or-die raid, so there is a lot of pressure. You can see some action. You can expect somebody to take points at least here, but he tries to push the right corner and the towards the end line. Give them a little scare, but he walked right into a trap. And thanks to
1 point, Erode.
Dinesh Kumar, who went in for that thigh hold, double thigh hold. He was taken down.
That was so smooth, like a professional level grapple.
Third raid, do-or-die raid, Erode.
No time left. And Erode's number 7 player has come in, Dinesh Kumar.
This is also a do-or-die raid, Naveen.
Raider out, 1 point, Trichy.
For that is number 5 of Trichy, Deepak, with a single ankle hold. Got the adequate support from his teammates. Made sure that the do-or-die raid resulted in that point for Trichy. Still trailing by just one. It's so exciting. Anything can happen. Marimuthu this time going in. Marimuthu is not going to wait in the midline. He's decided enough is enough. I am going to take things in my hands and make those attempts, what may.
Looking at the scoreboards, they're just trailing behind with 1 point, Trichy 20, and Erode is leading with 21. But we cannot let this so close scoreboards happening, because any time the games can turn around.
Harivardhan attempting to pick up a point over there, shows a little bit of energy on the floor, but it's even though the energy is there, the intent is not very specific, because he's not committing to any move in all seriousness. Neither is he committing to the bonus, nor is he committing to the touch. So what is going to happen? Probably it's going to be an empty raid.
Looks like that. Erode is not determined to add more scores, but look who's back. Number 7, Marimuthu. No, is it Guhan?
Guhan sieves through, tries to find those areas and gaps for him to take advantage of and at least get a touch somewhere. But the two chains are ready and fairly conservative in attacking him. It's an empty raid.
And now we have from Erode, Madhavan go for a raid. But we can see some tired faces. They're not ready to take the scores high. So that's a strategy, not to get caught in this offensive move, but wait for a defensive strategy.
Naveen, it is important to break out of that rut and actually make an offense happen, because you can't constantly play on defense and hope to get points constantly. Somewhere you should get a tad aggressive. But does it happen here? Oh no, beautifully dashed. They used his blind side to bring him out, and it worked in their favor. They picked up that 1 point and added another player on the mat. He tried an attempted touch there, but he was blindsided. That's what happened. And Marimuthu was a key player to lose.
Erode clearly leads by 2 points, and Trichy is 20, Erode is 22. Now it's Erode's number 17 player, Arun Kumar, comes in. He dances on the mat. But can he do a toe touch, or is he making sure that he does a yes kick? No, that was clearly a trap that he clearly fell into.
Brilliant defensive move, and that is Kanakaraj initiating that move. They move like a well-oiled machine. That was the perfect example of a Chakravyuham, wherein the person caught in the middle could find no openings to get out.
Now we have number 1 player from Trichy, Guhan, riding in. Can he do more to level the scores now? He shows he's more determined.
Guhan tries to go in the corner, but caught is what it is, dashed. Or was it self-out, Naveen?
He had a slip of a leg there, but probably something went wrong against him.
Looks like it, because looks like Erode had a self-out, so it seems that Trichy may have picked up a point. There's a lot of frustration and emotion on the Erode player's face. What happened?
2 different results.
Yes, 2 points and 1 bonus. You can see. Why is there a bonus? No, oh no. You can see he was dashed before he stepped out of the line. The defensive player stepped out of into the lobby.
There's still more confusions on the mat. But the scores are leveled. It is not the players, it's more than the players. It's us who's witnessing the match is more stressed, and where the results will lead now.
And it was all because of that lapse in judgment and that self-outs that happened, because before the Trichy
Right.
player had stepped out of bounds. The defensive end, the two players had stepped out of bounds. So it was something that was unavoidable. And that one extra point came because it became a super tackle situation over there as well.
Now Dinesh from ERODE has to go back to his team with a point, or else his team is just numbered with just 2 people when the next rider comes in. Will he score, but he is not determined to do so. Now there's a super tackle situation. Mari Muthu from Trichy walks in. He has a very surprising action. It's a situation. Look, he's caught now.
Super tackle.
This
2
could
points.
have been easy or it could have been difficult, but this was
Official
difficult
timeout.
at this point in time because you can see Marimuthu walking into the trap. Well done. It was a triumvirate of defenders over there surrounding him and making sure to peg him down and make sure there was no openings, and especially because he was near the baseline, there was no way he could have reached or struggled all the way to the midline. Injuries. Again, you can see it seems like the hand this time. Multiple players are injured because that was a hard hit they took. And Marimuthu is not a small player. He's a tall, well-built, aggressive player. So there is a considerable amount of pain on the mat right now. My heart goes out to them.
Of course, even when there's so many players on the mat, when they bombard against each other, those injuries, they look small. But here with the super tackle situation, this looks kind of very alarming. But we have medical professionals on the mat helping them. It was his knee. And perhaps when the replay is shown better, we'll recognize how that happened. But for now, we have our professionals helping them. And within a fraction of moments, the players will be back in action. Just like how the Gramotsavam's players are in different sports, young and old, everybody playing for the same team, we are witnessing the audiences of different ages having a great time now. I can imagine how that hurts actually.
Looks like he's bumped some knees over there, and with all that spray, that tape is not going to stick as well, so it's quite a dicey situation there. But obviously he's grimacing and wincing in pain. Will he be able to continue remains to be seen, but he was pretty crucial. And that beautiful defensive play that they made sure they picked up 2 points off that single play because it was a super tackle situation. And in the same process, they managed to get one of the key players out over there, which was Marimuthu being sent to the bench. So that was very, very important.
The audiences don't seem any more tired with the scorching sun there. They're using all their placards, the umbrellas, little flags to hide their faces from the sun. Looks like the players are still there, attending to their teammates. ERODE and Trichy have a very close game today. Any moment can lead to a surging points to their side. Just waiting for such magical moments. This happened the last game. There we see multiple points taken in a ride, and that was a turning point of how the matches were going. But this match has been so different. You cannot guess forever until these two teams are in. They looks all right. Determined to stay in. Music so high, the team is ready.
Right.
And now number 7 from ERODE, Dinesh, goes in for a raid. And he's trying to storm the toes. He's very swift in his moves. That was a great move, but still, he's
Rider
caught.
out. 1 point Trichy.
Very, very well done. That was Kanakaraj actually initiating that tackle, and that move over there made him jump, but waiting readily for him where the rest of the teammates bringing him down. Trichy is just trailing by 1 point, and this time it's Guhan. Super tackle situation is still on. Will Guhan take advantage or will ERODE take advantage remains to be seen.
Guhan has I think he has his vision all over the place. The players are really, very cautious in approaching him. He might steal a point away. They did not let that happen though.
Lets it slide, but here they have 6 players on the mat. Bonus is on. Maybe they will use their numbers advantage to pin Dinesh down. That remains to be seen. If that happens, then they're slowly eliminating Erode and pushing them towards an all-out situation. Will that happen? But it doesn't look like it. Might be an empty raid.
We've never seen a long time happen since this all-out situation happened, because both the teams are not resting. That's a surprise move. And this is number 1, team's captain, Guhan from Trichy. Super tackle situation again.
Less than 5 minutes on the clock for the final whistle, so there's a lot of pressure. Somebody needs to make a bold move and break away from this point situation, because right now, anything can happen, and that's not a situation that you want to be in. If you are trailing, then you want to be within striking distance. But if you are leading, then you want to make sure you're out of striking distance.
Let us see how what turns down. This right, Dinesh from Erode goes back again. Trichy, there's 6 players on the mat, determined to not allow him take a point away.
Clock is ticking down, but they are actually using the time on the clock to slow things down instead of going a little aggressively and making and effecting a few more plays. They're actually slowing things down. They may be playing it too cautious, and it might come back to bite them in the next 4 minutes, because that's about as much time is remaining on the clock. And this is a timeout. Both teams conferring with their respective coaches.
And Trichy's coach says a lot of words to this captain, Guhan. I'm sure Guhan is coming back with a very high spirit, because Trichy now definitely has to put a couple of points on their scoreboard to make a confident chase. Or else both the teams, or even us sitting here, will never know who is the next team to take a lead in the scorecard.
A super tackle situation is there, prevalent, but who's going to take advantage of it? This is a do-or-die raid as well, so this is going to be a very, very exciting moment. Oh yes, this time Trichy actually picks up those points. In fact, it's 2 points that Trichy has picked up and putting them in the lead for the first time. And what a time to get the lead. You can see that running hand touch, and then here another touch point, and that escape quickly towards the midline. Well done, Trichy.
Trichy with his lead, and now the Erode player, they should have gone in. They let him in go as deeper into the lines. I'm guessing they have a strategy now. Yes, that's the point. That's the point they're waiting for.
Bonus point.
This is a stalemate, because although he was given ample opportunities to pick the bonus, he did get tackled. So that was 1, and then -1 as well. So it really did nothing much to them. They still trail, Erode still trails Trichy by 1.
Yeah, Trichy scores 29, and Erode is trailing behind by 26. Pep talk from the coach worked with Trichy on its favor.
And the beauty of that last raid was that they picked up all our points, Naveen, so that's where that score jumped. Even though they conceded 1, the all-out points actually added to their kitty. So you're seeing a 3-point difference right now, and Trichy, after having trailed all this while, are sitting up with 3, and with less than 3 minutes of play remaining, they are, although within striking distance, they are looking a little confident and comfortable. You can see the body language, the shift in body language. Marimuthu thigh slaps and says, "I've done it, man. Challenge that if you want."
And now Erode really has to get its game going. They are sitting behind. They already lost a point in this. They're not lost a point yet until he walks out, but he sure touched one.
Bonus, Trichy.
Picked up that bonus and goes back comfortably, having eaten the 30 seconds on the clock. And the officials are giving him a warning to the captain Guhan, saying you can't really sit and coach from behind the lines, or a green card has been issued.
No coaching. Trichy, green card warning.
This game is pretty different from all the other games we've witnessed today. With more green cards, more warnings, and a pretty close chase between the teams. But right now we can see Trichy lead with 30 points and Erode trail behind with 26. But Erode, will anything work on its favor? If there's a kind of magic that should happen. It should happen right now with multiple points in a raid. But will that ever happen, Aparna?
Anything is possible. It's still within striking distance. Although there are last 2 minutes. Yes, look at this. This is what we were talking about. Anything can happen. This is exactly what happened.
3 points.
All of you can see here that attempt to hold him. But he has managed to wiggle away and pick up nearly 2 to 3 points. And it might be even 4 points. We'll have to wait and see. The referees have a tough task on hand, having to count off how many people were touched. How did that happen? There is no DRS here. Just replay. Oh yes, 3 points.
3 points. This is what we are talking about. This is what we're waiting for, the miracle that happened. Maybe this will favor towards them and will help them add more points and lead. But still, I think Trichy leads by 1 point. This is not even, anything can happen. That's what we witness right now.
Naveen, look at it this way. Those 3 points means 3 people have been eliminated from the mat from Trichy. So it makes it a little easier for them to go when they go on raids. And Trichy, that is Guhan claiming a touch point, and he has successfully done it. So they still have a 2-point lead. Less than 2 minutes remaining, probably a minute and a half remaining. A running hand touch, beautifully executed by the captain, leading by example. That's what it is. And this is an official timeout.
With the game so packed and tight, you can see the results and points sliding up and down with nobody's favor now.
Hey, அங்க நோட் பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அங்க அப்படி சொல்ல முடியாது. அவர் அவுட் இல்ல, நீ அவுட், அவன் டச் வாங்கி இருக்கான்றது தான் சொல்ல வந்தது.
The players are trying to persuade the referee.
Please go back.
For these referees very professionally holding the games, not just now, for the entire event. Now the raid starts. Erode's number 7, Dinesh Kumar, walks in.
A lot of pressure on the referees as well, but he holds his own. So much of experience. You can't bully them into changing any decisions. They will maintain the peace and do whatever it takes. And Dinesh is a little frustrated here, and he picks up that touch point over there. It is the fault of the left corner, because he too was very eager to pin him down, but Erode took advantage of that. You can see here going for that single ankle hold, and there was no way he could have gripped because Dinesh was already moving.
This was actually a kind of a miracle run walking towards Erode, make it score 11. Single point, he could not even have done that. Maybe it was an accident, but he would never do that again, I guess.
A minute on the clock. Thrilling, going down to the wire, and this is how games should be at this stage of the competition. Semi-final, 2 ding-dong battles, cliffhangers.
Right.
You can imagine the quality of play that awaits us in the final itself, and even the quality of play in the third and fourth place games will be top-notch.
With Guhan, the captain, walking in, he's keen that he should keep the winning spirit high. And also this winning streak with more points, a couple of points added to the Trichy, will definitely make them more confident. But he's not.
He's using that clock, Naveen. He's using the clock, being very, very tactical at this point in time.
As was a pursue. Right now, from Erode, it is Dinesh. Can he make it? Yes, he touched it.
Oh my God, what a hero this guy has turned out to be. What a phenomenal turnaround over over there. Dinesh, despite that hold, turns around. That's 2 points. 2 points. Oh my God, he has taken the lead away from Trichy. Dinesh, what a finish. Nobody would have thought that. Even though he's injured, he has been a hero at this moment. Nobody could have expected that.
Definitely, he got a great upper body strength that he just lifted the other person off and he reached the line by his hands. We thought his legs would reach there first, but it was his hands there.
What a massive mistake that Trichy made to make that second person come in and try to tackle him. They could have sacrificed one and the scores would have been level. But now, on the buzzer, Dinesh has single-handedly taken it away from Trichy. And while Trichy led for the last several minutes, it is Erode with